think it's been pretty good, but I have noticed in the Pro League there has been a lot of what people would call cheese.
Yeah.
Well, there's always cheese.
But in the
That's
casual
how it
league,
is.
in the casual games, I've noticed casual league, there's a lot more inventiveness. There's a lot more stuff that I like seeing happen. Like in the casual league, I've seen people experiment a lot more, and I like to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
me
isn't
too.
strange as node
I
on.
tried doing the same thing, but it costed me my victory probably. But well, I mean, just casual, and we get our poop medal either way.
Poop
Yes.
medal.
Yes.
Oh,
and
you
with
you
gloves
you're
included.
confident right now.
Yes, very confident.
I am always confident.
Okay, I've set
Anyway,
up the.
anyway,
Oh wait,
I've set up the
didn't change the
observer.
name.
let me take me a quick break though.
It's
Back in
day
1 minute.
8. No, it's the 9. Ha, 999. All right, let's go.
Okay, I've set up the observer party, so let's see if I disconnect from this spectate thing or not.
I would like to begin a petition to buff the Hetzer.
Yes, everyone
Yes,
wants to
I
buff
do
the
agree
Hetzer.
the Hetzer should be somewhat buff, but it shouldn't be too much, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the front angle, like, because that just doesn't seem to reflect anything.
Yeah, which is really weird because historically the angling on the Hetzer is
the
actually what it's
angling
famous for.
Yeah, that was basically what got it to fame. I'm pretty sure they actually cancelled Panzer IV production in multiple factories just to build more Hetzers.
Please buff F1, please.
Also,
No.
swap the angling on the T70 and the Hetzer and we're all good. I've seen that thing bounce way too many Pack 43s.
Oh, you mean the Hetzer? No, not the Hetzer, the T70.
Yeah, the T70.
The T70, believe it or not, is actually infamous or famous for having a really surprisingly good armor for being a light tank.
Yeah, but not bouncing Pack 43s reliably.
That's true.
I've watched it in one PvP game. I watched it bounce 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
It should not be able to bounce Pack 43s.
All right. So
My second less peaceful protest is to buff the SS Panzerjägers because they take too long to aim at a static target.
Oh, you mean with the Panzerschreck?
Yeah, that's my main problem last match.
Yeah, the Panzerschreck aiming is very slow, but I believe that's intentional, so you don't just rush up with them in the open and take shots.
Even then, if
Better than a Piat, that's for sure.
Yeah, but the Piet is actually quite good at urban. You can actually hit people like through buildings quite reliably.
I think a Waffen SS Panzerjäger unit should be able to aim at a static Sherman that doesn't take like 6 eons in order to actually aim.
Yes.
The problem is people think the Panzerschreck is to be used like an assault-based anti-tank weapon. That's not the point of it.
Oh, I mean,
you're meant to stand still in ambush and wait for a tank to move by.
Also, isn't it heavy like the Panzerschreck?
Yeah, the Panzerschreck is very heavy.
Like, didn't you see my ambush where I managed to get 2 Panzerschrecks at close range into the side of a Pershing, both of them failing to penetrate.
Oh yeah, that's the Pershing for you.
All right.
I know I said it was actually quite weak, but I take that back. It's only weak to
I have to go for a second. I'll be right back.
Like, I'm not sure if you saw what was it like. My Volkstorm spam when I did that thing, and they missed like what 6 Panzerfaust against the Sherman.
On the plus side of all this, I got some really nice ribs out of it.
Well, so far it doesn't look like I've been disconnected yet, but I'm still not having my hopes up.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for an invite, to be honest.
All right, Professor, can you host? I can eventually add one. Are you here, Professor? Bro.
I'll host in that case.
Oh, yes.
No, sorry.
I host. Yes, I am here. It's my microphone.
I annoyed you. Oh,
yes,
oh, magnificent! Guess who's coming?
Who?
Stock is coming to cast.
Oh, Stock.
Oh, no.
Whatever you do not mention the Canadians. I still owe him a match with him playing the Canadians. So I said they're overrated. I said they're not that powerful because I beat someone in PvP with them and he's threatening me.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm scared.
Right. Eugene,
Yeah.
Don't mention the Canadians.
because you complained over this. massive injustice of not letting you choose heads and tails the last time because you were 10 minutes late. I will let you choose
Right,
heads or
sorry,
tails.
sorry. Techit Kahoot game is open because I don't have you on stream on Steam.
I didn't complain. It's fine. It's
So
fine.
just find
So
it, please,
So, heads or
before
tails?
somebody
Uh,
joins.
I pick heads. I pick heads.
All right. Let's flip it.
So, Professor, what's the game called?
And
Oh, wait, no,
it's
I found you. I
heads.
found you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's heads.
all
you're
heads.
in.
Yeah, close
Alright,
it. I'll invite
alright,
Kahoot.
closing, great. Wait, what was the coin flip? Heads?
Yes, it was heads. So
Oh,
you get to
that's
choose.
flurry based. So I choose allies. I'm going as UKF.
All right. What about you,
And I'm
Eugene?
going USF. I'm
All
going
right.
USF
USF.
at UK. USF at UKF. Okay, so we're having a Western Front allies again. Good to see.
Yeah.
Yes, we aren't ruining your immersion this time.
I fear for myself.
All
Yes,
right.
fear us.
So still
No.
going Vermont SS? Or you change?
Not yet.
Well,
I'll go SS. I have an idea.
Whoa.
I'm gonna ban your idea.
Take it. Going.
yeah, I'll just stick with Wehrmacht.
Yeah.
All right.
I just
Okay,
need
so
to
still
know
Wehrmacht
how
SS.
to
So-
skin
So who bans first?
Them, they ban first. Kahoot take it. You get to ban 2 doctrines for USF, 2 doctrines for UKF.
US tank, please.
All right.
Please, no more US tanks.
No more initiated Persians.
No more.
And also banning US Airborne.
US Airborne. All right.
No, can we ban Rangers instead of Airborne, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
So tank and ranger.
Tank and Ranger.
Tank and
Alright,
Rangers.
because-
Okay. What about the
Now,
UKF?
Guards, and
Guards,
artillery,
I
maybe?
think. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Guards and
Problem is the UKF have way too many powerful doctrines.
they're just too good. They have all their doctrines are good. They don't have a single useless doctrine.
Oh,
Except
it would be
maybe-
guards hammer actually, but only hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
guards then.
guard-
I think
I'll let
we'll.
you make the call on this one.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd say guards and artillery because I fear the Canadian spam.
Yeah.
oh no, not the
Oh.
Canadians.
Oh, you ruined my plans.
Alright.
He got it right. He got it right. All right then,
Okay,
Eugene.
so-
Zero
so
mention-
you-
I'm not gonna
so
lie, you
US
ruined our plans.
Eugene Prof, you get
zero
to
mention
ban
of the Leaf people.
2 doctrine
Yeah.
for SS,
Alright.
2 doctrine for Vermont.
Boo. All right, so I am banning Wehrmacht. I would ban Panzer and. Good question.
Ban infantry.
No, I mean honestly, I don't think infantry is that strong anymore.
It's free vet though.
I mean, all right, Panzer and infantry.
Okay, Panzer and
Yeah.
Infanterie for the Wehrmacht. And what's for the SS?
For the SS, I ban Jäger and Sturm.
Oh, wow. Don't
Jaeger and Sturm. Okay.
Say
don't make
Panzer
it
was
like
not
you
there.
hesitate because you didn't hesitate a second.
I was about to say Straff, and then I remembered that it's for
All right
That's-
then.
that's rough, maybe
And
something.
I the pick of the map, it's the favorite map of Prof and Eugene, I know it. Because
God,
it's
what
gonna
is it?
be Vinnick and Dungfield.
Oh my god.
This will be fun. At least
We
it's
do-
2v2 and not 3v3. That thing is
Yes.
cursed.
It's
I like this map more on 3v2.
2v2 Winnie Doo Doo.
Oh, we can get extra people in
So,
if you want.
Do you have
Yeah.
the good rolls? You need your rolls for lobby 2. Wait a sec.
I don't remember this map.
It's well, if you were a
I bet-
stock
I bet-
fan, you would remember.
I bet everyone will just reject middle and just go their lanes.
All right, let's move you to a different channel, and I think you can launch the game. Don't forget the little delay. 1 minute
And
should be
also-
enough.
Oh wait, I forgot about the observer. Thank you for telling this. All right.
Yeah, and also remember the right actual Zoom settings, all that stuff.
Yeah, I always play on these settings either way.
Okay, good.
Focus
Chad.
on
Alright, we're ready to go. 2 minutes
Time.
delay.
All right, team lobby 2.
Did you say Stock would join us or not?
Yes. Well, he said give me a few minutes, so I'm waiting.
Well, Well, unfortunately, I don't have him on my friend list, so I cannot invite him to the observer party.
Oh, and I can't like do chain invites.
Oh, I've been disconnected. God damn it.
You've been? All right.
I guess I'm not going to be able to watch to cast then. I'm afraid so.
Okay, I'm gonna, well, just let us do the little interviews and then I'll free you.
Okay.
Let's go for lobby 2 first.
Like,
Oh,
exactly
okay,
this.
okay,
So-
okay, okay, okay,
oh,
okay,
wait,
okay,
wait.
okay, okay,
Feeling-
okay.
Well, alright.
Hello.
Feeling
Hello.
lucky?
Hello. How do you feel about your chances?
I feel we can finally win something.
Yes, at
So
least
we can,
bronze and
so
casual.
we can get our 2 medal finally and get over with.
This will be fun. I
Yeah.
like the setup. I like Western allies.
Do you like Winnie
Yeah,
Doo?
I don't
Uh,
like Winnie Doo, but other than that, yeah.
I like it if
I
it's
mean-
not 3v3 because the mid is hell.
No, I honestly prefer this map on 3v3 because the mid is awkward to get on 2v2.
Well, I wish you the best of luck because it's
Yep.
going to be very fascinating when I finally get to see it. So
Yeah.
best of luck to
Yeah,
you.
so
Right.
too.
thanks, man.
Best of luck.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So how do you feel about your chances?
Do you think?
Well, they're both actually like good players, so
And
not expecting good map control to say the least.
yeah.
Well, show us a stop on defense like you did the last time, and perhaps push it a little bit further out, and you might actually do something.
oh, don't worry. Defense is my specialty.
Yeah, we're both turtles.
That's good
Ah.
to hear.
Right. Hey, get your turtle to play the game instead, or tortoise.
No,
Yeah,
it is,
tortoise would be
it is a
better.
turtle. It is
Oh,
a turtle.
Yeah, get him to play the game. Right, he can give it. Put him on the mic. See if he's got any coaching.
All right.
tips.
Oh, I've got the stream here. I've got
I mean,
the
the
replay.
turtle's asleep, so I'd say no.
Oh yeah, you might
Well-
bite your fingers off.
Well, best of luck to you both.
Yep. See you at the end.
Thank you.
Again, it's a shame that I'll not be able to watch because of Lelik. But please
We'll-
just have the
we'll all thank
beats
Lelik.
uploaded
Yep.
in the evening.
I'm gonna upload every remaining replay on this evening, and then there will be 1 or 2 last match tomorrow, and tournament over. Would have been a
Thank you
good
very
time.
much, sir. Yeah, I just apologize for these things that's happening here with the fucking technical issues, but I'll record them on my own, and then again, I apologize for all these issues again. It's just something I was able to foresee.
You are all
now
pardoned.
I wish you the best of luck with casting until the stock shows up. So I
Waiting.
wish you all a very good evening, and everyone watching the stream, have a very good evening. Enjoy the show.
See you. Oh, he gone. All right. Oh, it's a 1 minute delay, so nice actually. So Kahoot is gonna be facing. It's gonna be facing Professor's UKF forces, and Eugene's USF is gonna be facing Tekkit, who is playing as Vermont. I mean, those are pretty good matchups. The Vermont has a number to counter the multiple squad of USF and keep them at bay, but you should be wary about the CQC. That is fairly possible to do by here. On the other hand, Professor with UKF is on a pretty open side, so if you get a good early game and possibly a good early infantry, he's likely to wreck out the SS. Usually some SS players tend to rush these points, but I personally think it's a pretty bad idea. Because if you get your Shumpyo wiped out, you'll likely lose map control for the rest of the game. This map, Fields of Winnicandong, is quite unforgiving. Alright. And it's starting now. The USF players went directly for mechanized tactics, and the UKF players went for tank hammer. Ooh, interesting choice. On the other hand, we've got the SS players going for propaganda, and the Vermont player going for Strafe. Ooh, those are two powerful doctrines here. Oh, he's going for Volstrom spam? Ooh. I think they're gonna lack firepower, especially against the British. British are going directly for the fuel point. He wants to securize it soon enough.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Eugene is carefully capping the rest. He saw his teammates rush the fuel, so he doesn't need to be pushy on his side. Straff player went for directly to Straftroopen, and SS players went for, yeah, to Volksturm. First engagement of promising. UKF players already entrenching around his points, and is back camping only now. Oh, we might lack a bit of resources. Right, they're in place. The engaged trading with the Volstroms are likely to win with the infields. Oh, rear echelon here. Preparing to contest the fuel point. Oh, this engineer putting himself in a tricky position here. Even though he has cover, that's at his advantage. Oh, he doesn't see the Strumpio anymore. Simple tradings here. Yeah, Volstrom is not able to do much. He's back capping now.
Engineers taking the field.
Oh, directly for the Dragoons. Second Mechanized Cavalry Troopers. And now Combat Engineers. Eugene's doing like one rifleman and only doctrinals afterward. That's interesting. We rarely see that kind of opening even for USF. Oh, this draft trooper doesn't have anything to hide. If they come close range, it might be risky. Ooh, Molotov here, but Eugene spotted it. UKF are being pushy. They want to kill this Drone Pioneer squad. Yeah, they're getting advantage of the Volsturm. Volsturm are really bad at combat. MG08 is preparing to fire, but ooh, with those side blockers, he might not get a shot. Oh, please speak stock when you come in. Thank you. Please talk, I don't hear you. Alright, thank you. Yes, this is our dear lead designer, for those who doesn't know yet. Ooh, that was a risky sandbag. UKF tank and USF Meg versus Straff and Propaganda, for your information.
Quite a meta lineup we got going on here.
Aw, Prop is not that meta.
Kahoot is going with what? Oh, he's going with what I consider to be an absolute meme setup here with just Folkstorm.
Yeah, Voltron also
He
losing
is
most of the
definitely going
trading.
to be losing some ground here because Folkstorm are not really able to combat in direct fire combat. They're better as fodder, and I don't think he is aware of this.
Oh, so there's an MG42 waiting here. Yeah, Straff player also went.
Tekkit and Kahoot are definitely on the back foot here. They're more or less base locked. They don't have any of the fuels. We're probably going to see a light vehicle coming up sometime soon, if not just straight up a tank. Oh, look, there's Eugene's building a car.
Oh, he's building a lot of things. Yeah, going for the
Tanking
Jeep.
up, getting a car.
Jeep and another Dragoon.
Has Prof gotten tier 2 yet?
Prof has gotten his
he's
tier
only-
1. Yeah.
He's only gotten tier 1.
I mean, this early tier 2 is... Well, it's pretty
Oh, it's only been
expensive.
5 minutes. Okay, yeah. we might see a fast Valentine.
I mean,
If not a fast Valentine, then maybe he could be saving up for a Cromwell.
Or even
Since the enemy is already locked in their base, this is going to be really tough for Tech and Kahoot to recover. Kahoot is taking advantage of the lull in the fighting to tech up.
yeah,
Personally, I wouldn't recommend this, since he's already down on resources. He should be investing in combat troops to push. He's very passive here, as one of the most aggressive doctrines that you can pick as SS.
yeah. Unfortunately, both of the
Definitely not.
players do like to turtle. I don't think it's gonna help here.
No, they're both of them picked the most offensive doctrines available for their factions and are doing the least aggressive play possible. So it is definitely not ideal. We'll
Oh,
see how Eugene and Prof are able to turn this, are able to convert this into a win.
I mean, yeah, they're still wow. They're using most of their resources. They're really building up a big army here. Yeah, going directly for the lieutenant. I think he's gonna be wanting to neutralize the MG. Yes, 2 MG08 Volksturm. That's not the best army composition, if you ask me.
No, not at all. Not having any Sturmgrenadiers means that he's not going to be able to have any real staying power. He's relying on the firepower of the machine gun and friendly Straff. He himself will not have
Oh yeah.
any real firepower. This is very risky there. Yeah, they blundered a Straff unit for nothing. He's still building Volksturm. Yeah, I don't think he's aware that you're not supposed to do that.
I mean, not anymore.
Not anymore. Like previously, you could have used them for the free SEG, but now that that's gone, this is not a viable
Oh,
strategy.
poor
Pure
Erica.
Volksturm spam.
What weapons do they get now? As stock weapons?
They get 4 K98s, and I think they get a Volkssturmgewehr, 1-5, which in the game now is represented by a semi-automatic SDG of sorts. This is almost like a different G42. Oh, that's a Storm Pioneer blunder by the
the
Straff
MG just
player.
here.
He's now down to 3 units against Eugene's 7 and a car.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Yes, 5 squads and 2 weapon teams. Prof is also building up here.
He's moving up. He's knocking out this Volkssturm squad. If he doesn't retreat it in the next couple seconds, it's gone. It's gone regardless. It's another sad loss for the Germans here. 180 manpower is nothing to shake a stick at this stage in the game.
The 50 round Tommies. That's such a scary weapon.
Those would be riflemen.
Yeah, I remember dire storm to that because I was constantly suppressed with my Valonians.
Oh yes, they do a little bit of suppression. Yes.
Pretty
Looks
much like the
the propaganda
PPSH.
player has been forced to retreat completely from his front line.
He's
He
only
lost
got
all of his Volkssturm except the new one he just built. So. But he is too close to the SS base. He's getting hit by the base AA.
Oh.
Once he has a
Oh,
UC,
yes.
oh, it got hit twice by the base AA. He's going down.
One of our universal carriers has been destroyed.
That is a really long range.
Yeah. I mean, can't we see the range? Don't think I can.
No, I don't think you can. But either way, it killed the UC, so it at least extends out that far.
Ugh.
Oh, we just saw, or what seems to be, well, since I showed up, the first Sturmgrenadier that he's built.
Yeah, but now he's pretty much crippled.
He is completely crippled. It's 9 minutes and 30 seconds in the game. Prof is floating 230 fuel.
Ooh, we could
The
go for a
income-
tech up indeed.
Yeah. Fuel income's triple that of the Axis. It's actually, each of them have more fuel per player than the entire Axis combined. So, unfortunately, at this stage, I predict that the match probably won't last any longer than 5 to 10 minutes after this point. If it does, I'll be very surprised.
I mean, yeah, it depends on how fast they're gonna tech up and get their tanks. Ooh.
Looks like, oh, we went for the Free French.
Yes, I like that.
Of course you would.
Yes. That's why I'm here to see the French. I told them 2 times during the tournament, so I'm happy. And now I use them as
Well-
USF Airborne occasionally.
Well, they're definitely very good units. So
Yeah.
he's making a good choice in picking them.
Grenades are being supplied to Tommies.
Is it oh gremlining here?
Ah, he's doing some sneaky stuff. Although I suspect that based on Kahoot's previously passive play, he might not make a move here. He might be contented to sit in front of his HQ.
Also, is the time on target barrages really good? I mean,
I think it's basically roughly the equivalent of other faction, the rapid barrages. So I think
yeah.
it's just comes down quickly, big scatter. It's the counterpart to the precision barrage, where it comes down slowly, low scatter. Yeah, it's just
No, it's
extremely
like
quick succession with increased scatter.
yeah, but I think they don't land especially fast. Like time on target, it means they all land at the same time.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it means they land at the same time, not land quickly. Okay, yeah, you are right. You are right.
Still for most officers, especially for the tier ones, I always keep the regular barrages if I don't have the possibility of actually getting fire for effect. Oh, a quad mount. Yes, I use fire for
There's
effect.
a quad. There's a crop mower. He's forced to full retreat all of his infantry. Ooh, he's taking a lot of losses there in their strong.
Oh, and again the flak.
And he is getting knocked up the flak.
Oh, those
That's
flak
the
was
second
really.
light vehicle that's been taken out with a flak so far, and that cost a Sturm player quite a bit. Or the sorry, the propaganda player.
Going for the take up
And there's
here.
a T2. He's going for fast Cromwell. Well, not really fast Cromwell, but as fast as he can muster it.
Let's hope he doesn't misclick on the charge. Oh yeah,
I don't think Prof would do that. But he is forced to retreat here, and I don't think his forward HQ is behind the fuel.
yeah, but I don't. Did he put up a? Yes, I think he put up a retreat point already. Doesn't show up here,
It
but
does look like he did.
right, suspense. Yeah, I think he did. Or they are gonna turn and it's crying right now. Oh no, that's okay.
No, that's the forward retreat point. So how's our Straff player?
Clown car. This is quick.
Clown car. He's getting too close. He's gonna lose that to the base SA again.
Yes.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, satchel
And
for the.
he's trying to satchel the medic HQ, which he successfully does. That Stoss trooping squad's gonna have to move,
Yeah.
or they get wiped. But he does lose the engineer squad in the process. This is a very expensive exchange, but it's still worth it because that truck is very expensive.
Yeah, by constructing it and then deploying it.
Absolutely.
That's very well. That's why taking up is very expensive. As I says, more than any faction. Like manpower wise, it's really a hassle.
And here comes the Cromwell. See, there's a Cromwell 5 in production.
Ah, beautiful Chroma 5 and radios,
He's
logistic
also going
phase.
for all the other upgrades too. Well, he does have the manpower and fuel space to do it, so it's perfectly viable to do it. The enemy is still locked in their base, and the Straff player has how much stuff?
Let's see. Yeah, some squads going a GMR on the Grenadier.
A couple of squads here and there. He does have 2 team weapons, which is good. I do like to see players build team weapons. He's built a flak emplacement
Oh.
in the front.
He braced it.
He braced it because he's taking fire from
Yeah.
burst. Ooh, that's gone. Doesn't matter how much you burst it.
Yeah, delayed fuse barrage,
Delayed
81
fuse
millimeters.
barrage.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah, every shell from the delayed fuse barrage has roughly the explosive power of a 105mm howitzer. So
Right.
that is a quite
Sending
a
in
potent barrage.
smoke.
There, oh, that sneaky Folkstorm throwing a Molotov. He's gonna lose that squad. Retreats it in time. Doesn't lose the squad. He might lose the Sturm Grenadier there though. No.
Oh. Sending in
both
more
sides getting very
squads.
lucky. We have not seen a wipe yet here.
But yeah, the flag is really crippling him right now.
Yeah, he needs to do something about that flak. He has a
Problem
mortar.
is-
You can see if he does anything with it.
If he tries to rush, there will be a second flag firing too, maybe. Or not
There
if
will be-
it's
oh,
focused on the Sherman.
He's using the smoked mortar on the Sherman. And the German player's firing his own mortar back at them.
Trying
That
to
might have
attack
been
the flag,
precision.
but
No, it wasn't. I don't think it's precision. Oh, but there we go. We have a Cromwell Vet 3. I'm assuming it's probably observation post and upgraded right now. That's a Scott by the Americans.
wait, Cromwell that free?
Yes, he's a Vet 3 Cromwell with observation post and the misnamed Cromwell 6 retrofit, which needs to be fixed.
Oh, that's one less flag, at least accrued.
It's one less flag indeed. It looks like he's trying to rush for an AT grenade. That's not going to do anything. If it hits,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, it didn't do anything to that Cromwell.
Oh, he's going.
Desperate 15 munitions.
That's. Ooh, a chair 2. That's cheeky here.
He's skipping T1 straight for T2. This is a very desperate move.
I mean, how?
Although he did lose his T1 earlier, so he
Yeah.
might not be too keen on building a second one.
I mean, I would build a second one because you still have to do the.
MGO8 goes down right there.
Yeah. You still have to do the upgrade right after the light vehicle one.
You
So.
still need to get it, but some players have the psychological disinclination to get something they just lost. I don't know how he's going to use this building. He's not going to be able to afford very much.
Sherman has not lost his track yet. Ooh, that's
Not
an
yet.
MP40i Kettenhunde.
Interesting choice of loadout for the Kettenhunde. Oh, I
mean-
think he's killing the flag emplacement. Yeah, the flag emplacement's about to go down if he gets one more good shot at it. Oh, we got a Panzer Jaeger
with-
team coming up. And I think it missed.
Scott is in a tricky position here.
Scott's doing some direct fire shenanigans. It might go down here.
Oh. It's also pushing here. Yeah, Cromwell is just.
There's
no
making some very
position.
aggressive plays here. Oh, there's a Faust coming in.
Oh,
And there goes the Cromwell.
one tap.
A lucky Panzerfaust strike. But in exchange, the Volkssturm did take a loss.
I mean, that's a fair trade when you think about it, but it's not gonna save them. Oh, I mean, doesn't the Sherman HE round have a kind of a superior accuracy compared to the other tanks for the HEs?
Say
It's-
again?
It seems that the Sherman HE hits way more reliably than any other HE. Or
I think that is probably true. I think it might be because... Also, it may also be that you fire a lot more of it for free, so you don't feel it as much. But I do believe that.
but when you fire a direct HE without Thunder Run, it's still kinda accurate. Like kinda really accurate.
I do feel that way. Oh, there goes another MGO8. Just went down. The crude weapon model is gone. I think that's his last unit.
For Kahoot, yeah.
That is his last unit. The Sturm Grenadier with...
And he's dead.
VG oh, there it goes.
And he didn't go for light
He
air
didn't go
or
for it. Oh, the
sports.
Kettenhunde is down. HQ's going down. It's 18 minutes
That's,
and 53 seconds.
What is
What is that? Oh my, that's another delayed fuse barrage coming down on a Pioneer and a machine gun. They're gone.
didn't you thought too that it was like the plane launching them?
It looked like it, but
Yeah.
I think the officer fired it. If you click on the lieutenant,
Yeah.
is his
Let's see.
ability on cooldown? Where's the
Or
lieutenant? Click on
here.
the hotbar there. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
on cooldown. So I
Yeah,
think
it
he
was
used the
his.
delay fuse barrage. 19 minutes and 25 seconds here, and I think the Germans are gonna be forced to throw in the towel.
Oh, Sherman's ready.
Track has been repaired. T2 building goes down without having built anything.
Tier 0 is almost down. But wow.
The
Missing
SSHQ
the
is about to
stealth.
go down. Does he get the Volkssturm out before it dies?
Yes.
Yes, he does. He does get a Volkssturm out. He'll manage to delay it for maybe a couple of seconds here. Might try to throw a grenade. He does throw a grenade.
Yeah, it seems wacky the forest here, but I think at this point it doesn't really matter.
No, this is beyond the point of their decisions having an impact on this battle, unless
Yeah.
there's some magical blunder that happens in the next couple of minutes. It's GG right here.
Bug splat, yes.
Yeah, blood splat or desync, anything short of that, we're gonna see potentially a surrender or just straight up a defeat screen pop up in a couple of seconds.
Oh.
Eugene
Oh.
going in to secure the kill here. The HQ is gone. Someone just fired an AT rifle grenade, it looked like. Flak emplacement's gone. Now what's missing is T2 and T1 buildings.
Yeah, so it's only that left.
Yeah, the Germans have very
Ca-
little here.
Kahoot could call in a Pioneer, but I think he let go. Ooh, Easy 8 Commander.
Easy command tank.
Eugene just flexing. I mean, he could force the building. I would.
He could faust the building. Well, I think he might use a satchel for the barracks, unless it goes down before he can do so.
Oh. Oh.
He does call in the Sturm Pioneers now. Prof did see it. I think he gets shredded here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double Bren.
It was double Brens. It was
And
hopeless.
the last shot.
And does the squad go down? Yes, it goes down. So now Germany has no men left on the battlefield. And one more shot.
What?
Wow, misses. Okay. One more shot.
Please finish the game, thank you.
There it goes. And
Well.
it's GG.
Yeah. Still.
They hung on there for a while, but by the time I started viewing the stream, I think it was the Germans were already on the back foot.
Yeah.
And Tekkit were simply far too passive for the doctrines they picked.
Yeah, exactly. They were.
Propaganda.
I mean, I think that. I don't know if Mech and Ost would have worked out better for them. I'm not
do
sure.
think Mech and Ost would have worked out better. I think you're right. If
Yeah,
they
but
had picked Mech or Ost, they would have more defensive options, so they would feel more secure in their position. Because you can tell that they're feeling very suspicious about what might happen, so they're holding a lot of defensive positions. But they didn't realize that you can't do that when picking propaganda or strafe. You have to be aggressive to use the strengths of your doctrines.
yes, because we've got a lot of cheap units that can be used as bait or as mobile grenade platforms, as I call them. But yeah, definitely not for defending, or not as viable defenders. Well, I mean that's a bronze medal for SaltyNoobs. That I think that the team of Prof and Eugene is well, very. It was tricky to place, really. Like
It was what, sorry?
it was tricky to place between the two bracket because they would have gotten stomped in the pro bracket for sure. If they went against any of the four teams of the pro, they would get really bad. But here it feels like most of the teams are beginners. I've saw that most of the teams were almost beginners to the PvP at least.
That's a pretty good arrangement, I think. You don't want to have grossly mismatched lineups. That would be uninteresting for both the players and the spectators because it'll be too one-sided.
So with 1408, SaltyNoobs.
Should we go interview the players?
Yep. So can you move me? You choose.
All right.
Ah, greetings.
Greetings.
Hello.
The
Hello.
man, the myth, the legend.
I will
Sorry
let.
if my audio quality is really bad, but I'm literally on a backup microphone I've never used before.
Yeah, take it. It's been having some technical issues.
I will-
And now his headset just killed itself.
I will let the master review.
Our Lord
Well,
hath.
unfortunately, I was not present for the first 7 minutes. Well, actually, sorry, 4 to 5 minutes of the game I was not present. So, Robertozzi probably wanted to take over for the first couple minutes of that game.
I mean,
You didn't miss much.
the problem with the propaganda player was that it was Kahoot, I think. The problem is you used a lot of Volksturm to trade shot with the British. Like the problem of Volksturms, they've got.
I've called them out. I've called them out on that multiple times. He relies on Volksturm way too much.
Yeah, again, I think our plan was just I just create a wall of bodies whilst Teki gets his tech up. That's
And
kind of-
then I just couldn't hear anything like halfway through.
And I did try to branch out a bit, but again, manpower being such a problem for Germany, to the point it's genuinely baffling.
So what did you feel was the most difficult thing about that game?
Probably the mass vehicle spam that just happened at the end. It's
I
like,
found troubles dealing with it.
yeah, I think
The
aside
plagues
from,
dealt with it for most of the time.
yeah, only aside from the actual beta hard-coded game just having massive problems with abilities, just taking forever to be used. This feel like there's no, maybe not early game counter, but there's no like good counter without having to build like the Pack 40 or the Raketenwerfer.
I found the Pack 40 really useless in the last game.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
like,
can't penetrate a Sherman in the front at all.
Yeah, that actually does remind me. The match before this one, I think was a very good example of that. The Easy 8 is genuinely busted.
And just the A3 in general.
Yeah, they shrugged off Panzerfaust, Panzer Shreks, Pack 40s.
Would it surprise you to know that the Pack 40 has a roughly 40% chance to penetrate a Sherman at max range?
I watched it shrug 12 shots in a row without taking damage.
Oh, this was even at like relatively close range, like probably barely 100 meters.
It even stopped a Panzer Shrek at close range from the side.
Bounced ahead.
Did it miss or did it bounce?
It hit and then did like 2% damage or something.
I think that would
injured
count
the
as
engine.
it would count as a miss in that case, because if it hit, it would have a fiery explosion. If it missed, it would have a dirt explosion.
I didn't see an explosion at all, so I just assumed ricochet.
It missed. Because it can't ricochet. The Panzerschreck has very high pen. But that aside, what made you pick propaganda and Straff as your doctrinal selection?
Well, as much as a meme propaganda is, I just enjoy messing around with it because, well, aside from starting out the game as a conscript blob player, I just find like things like the MG08 are really, really good. They have some amazing infantry, and the Volks, despite being literally the worst unit in the game, have their advantages.
Both Robotoz and I had noticed that you decided to build only Volkssturm there. Was there a reason that you chose to do that?
Mostly because of Germany's piss poor manpower income.
Mostly because you just kept spamming out Volkssturm, which cost you a lot of manpower and manpower income.
Yeah.
You do this every game you play propaganda.
It was either 3 line infantry, because I thought you were just going to tech up, so I was just trying to create a human.
Yeah, but that requires a front line, and yeah,
which we managed to secure. It's just that we have really good like early game, but then all of a sudden it's just instant slam down the second they get like an M3 out.
The M3 scout car?
Oh no, the M3. No, sorry, not M3. M5.
M5. Okay.
Yeah.
The half track.
Yeah. No, the tank. Ah, damn you, America. Right,
the
America
Stuart.
Piss me off.
The Stuart.
The Stuart. Yes, fine. Let's put it like that. Yes, they keep like the second the Stuart comes out, it just becomes almost unbeatable, really. Especially with canister shot.
Oh yes.
The shotgun Stuart. Yes, that is recently gained a reputation for being one of the deadliest vehicles in Spearhead.
It's my personal favorite meme.
The M5A1 Stuart.
Which, unlike the F1 canister shells, can actually hit. I watched an F1 overshoot canister shot 3 times.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that recently. That canister shot in general just tends to miss. Only for German tanks, though, it seems.
Oh, I mean, I don't use F1s usually, so I don't have canisters, but I don't have bad experience. F1 canisters are pretty based.
When they hit.
I'll admit, the HEI rounds for the Tiger Ace on propaganda, if you can stretch the match out long enough, it becomes hilarious. I'd also like to say, please do not harm my MG08.
Yeah, I have no intentions of changing the MG08 as of recently.
good because it's really good, but not broken.
Really good, you say? Well, in that case, I'll have to look at it more closely.
No, it's just really good, but the fact it's crewed by old men and children, I guess that's an outweighing point. Totally, the reason, please do not touch my child.
Remember, the Nerf bat does not discriminate. But okay.
Yeah.
Overtoes, any other comments, questions?
Well, I
Well, it's-
just personally think if you want to do a defensive gameplay, you should probably pick more defensive doctrines like SS Mech, or Wehrmacht Ost, things like that.
Yeah, I was thinking Ost, but then I thought, do I?
Yeah, I kind of like maybe I should go Ost, but I know Kahoot just spams the cheapest infantry he has like constantly. So going Osttruppen kind of seemed counterintuitive.
The problem is that you can't go just cheap spamming and being defensive.
Yeah, again, I
Because-
wasn't trying to cheat spam.
yeah.
I was trying to just, like,
You
create
do,
a bit of
you
a
do
line.
it. You do it every game, no matter if we play against AI or players. You always cheap spam.
Counter argument, not when I'm playing something like the British.
No,
Mostly
you
because
do,
you can't spam with them.
No, but you do still often rely on the cheapest units available.
I'm a stingy bastard. What about it?
Alright then. Well, still GG and thanks for participating to this tournament.
Yeah,
I hope we'll
my
see you at the
partner-
next.
Thank you.
Good
My
games,
partner-
gentlemen.
my
And
partner-
if
partner
you
there.
have any future questions or comments you want to just bring up to any Spearhead development discussions, feel free to enter general when I'm in it. We often talk about balance there, so we're all
I
friendly
have
people.
one real quick that we
Sure.
discussed in the last post-match. I think everyone universally agreed on. The Hetzer does kind of need a bit of a buff, especially its
Oh.
like frontal slope. It doesn't. It like for something as sloped as it was in reality, it's not that great.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of RNG there because some players can face pen anything, other players can't pen anything, and personal biases often reign supreme when viewing these types of vehicles. Like, for example, the Hetzer's frontal armor is not bad. It's actually more than the Panzer IV's armor.
Yeah, it's mostly due to the slope. Last match it just kept getting one hit.
That's bad RNG. I had a Panther two-shot from the front from two face pens to the 76er Shermans with no bounces, and sometimes that just happens. RNG is terrible sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's amazing.
I always have the worst RNG when it comes to tanks and co. Like, I can't kill a T-70 with a Pack 43 from the back because it bounces. It will bounce shot after shot. I even caught it on video once, but I think I deleted that like a year back.
Or the Pershing taking like what was it, 2 anti-tank mines? Like
Yeah.
not the Panzernaka.
What, Panzernaka?
Was it the Panzernaka? The actual stick-on magnetic mine?
Yeah.
The Haftholladung.
Yeah, it's a Panzernacker actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the. I thought you used it last match.
Yeah, I used it twice on the Pershing. One of them failed to actually hit. It just didn't deal any damage or explosion, so I don't know what happened there. The first one, on the other hand, just didn't pen.
Well, props to Stock for actually implementing dud ammunition there. I'm sure you didn't.
Then again, it did also drive over actual Regal mines and just meh.
There may be some accuracy at play here. Again, RNG can be a factor. Yesterday we had a stream where the British player had dodged two shoe mines. They both detonated and did no damage to the squad that was running over the mine. So sometimes RNG is pretty horrific.
Yeah, but it's still a fact, like, no tank should be able to drive over anti-tank mines whilst getting hit by a Panzerschreck in the side and the Rakettenwerfer in the front and take no damage.
Well, let's save that sort of discussion for later balance or development.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, that's the RNG I have. That's also why I'm so used to just grenade throwing everything, because I can't rely on RNG.
We can do some discussion at a later time with regards to this topic.
Yep. We're gonna go to lobby 2 this time. Oh,
Yep.
Q, Q, you mean? I'm gonna move you
You can
away.
move him out of there. No worry. Oops, I moved into the wrong. I
Wait.
moved into the wrong thing. That's okay. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Hello.
Oh, they're happy.
Oh,
Hello.
Yes, we're really
Wait,
happy.
sorry, I
Also,
have to turn down my volume. Alright,
would
now.
did you guys just pick him? I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
why did...
because I forgot to got him off his lobby permission.
I noticed.
So about the Shrek, there's something with it missing. It always misses the closer you get. I think. Like it
No,
literally hit the ground.
I've got pretty much good luck with Shreks.
No, every rocket launcher misses. A lot.
Yeah.
Just people for some reason expect Shrek not to miss and Bazooka to miss. No idea why.
And Bazooka never misses.
Not really. They both miss for me. But as I
So
said,
about the match, they did one big mistake. They did not ban USF mech.
no,
Well,
actually two big mistakes. Making only propaganda.
yes,
Only
yes,
Volkstorm.
full Voxstorm was
Jesus
maybe
Christ.
unwise.
I mean, it was meta some time ago, but not anymore.
I used the French. They killed the French. How could they?
I will ban you for that.
They killed the French.
You literally have zero authority. You cannot do that.
Your team is too strong. I cannot allow
We
it
are
for the next
well,
tournament.
we are now brown.
Yes.
A total of 2 wins and Pupu medal.
So GG to everyone, to the guys. They played really
Yeah,
well.
they did good. Actually, Kahun would have done much better if he actually had like that one Stormgren to Volkstorm ratio.
Also, there was a slight little bug with the the Scott. Like the main gun was destroyed, but it somehow still fired a shell or two. But then I
You
cancelled it.
stop it, or we get disqualified for exploiting.
No, it
bugs
was
or something.
extremely late game, and I cancelled it when I realized it was bugged, so it couldn't be cheese.
A bit.
You probably want to file a bug report for that. Sometimes the hard points aren't coded correctly, so
Yeah, the Scott
thank
just
you
kept
for
firing.
not abusing the bug. But
It was really funny because I turned it around because like a competent person because the gun was destroyed. But then I saw the shell literally go the opposite direction and then turn back and fire.
Yeah,
And I was like, what the hell is
it was
this?
super hilarious.
And then I cancelled it.
So by Cromwell getting one out by a Panzerfaust, had no idea they can do it again.
yeah, Cromwell's they have the same HP as other mediums, and following the recent buff, Panzer Shreks have more accuracy and Panzerfaust do more damage, and they have a roughly 5% chance of one-shotting because their damage cap is just a little bit higher than that of medium tanks now, so they can one-shot, but it's rare.
All right,
Most players report it more.
I should have not smoked. Then.
I really have to say I thank the people for the tournament because it taught me a lot of things. Playing with higher skilled players really gave me a different hindsight into the game itself, and I think I've become better after this experience. So thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I enjoyed the tournament, not gonna lie, but I learned something as well, and this is that when I actually try harding,
You
I
do
play
worse.
worse than when I don't try hard for some reason. So I don't think tournaments are really for me because I try harding, I try going full meta, and I fail much more than in casual games. So not really my cup of tea.
Alright. Well, anyways, GG for this medal. And thanks for participating, guys.
Yeah, can't wait for the next one.
Yes, the winter tournament is gonna be
Yes, Pro
big
League.
fun.
I kind of want to try out that cold tech thing, but at the same time, maybe not.
You've never tried this
scary.
before?
I did, but usually it's absolute cancer.
Yes, it's
It'll
cancer.
be fine.
Alright then.
It'll be fun.
I'm gonna cut the stream now, so see you tomorrow stream for the last match.